In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can create a PDF using easily available apps like Google Docs and the camera that's on your phone, or whatever camera you want to use. So you can access Google Docs and you can create a Google account that's going to be free for anybody. So whether you're using Chrome or any other web browser, you can access this, even if you are an Apple, an iOS user. So go to Google Docs and create a new document, not a spreadsheet or anything, but just a regular document. And before you start importing pictures, because this is what we're going to do, we're going to take images, pictures that we've taken with our phone or camera or whatever, and we're going to grab them and throw them into this document. And we're going to make certain adjustments so that things look nice. So before I get into that, I'm going to take these margins right here and I'm going to adjust them. So I'm going to grab up here and I'm going to scoot this over to be 0.5. And I'm going to move this over here to be 7.5. So basically we're reducing the margins to be a 1/2 inch on either side. That way we can put our pictures in here and blow them up so they fill up most of the white area. And it's just going to make for a very nice, nice looking document. Now for the pictures. So I'm going to go to Insert and I'm going to look for images. Now, if you have the pictures that you've taken and they're already on your computer, of course, you would click Upload from Computer. So I have an Android phone, and so it's all saved in my Photos album. So I'm going to click Photos, and I've got my pictures that are going to show up over here. So let's grab these guys and move them over, making sure that when I'm done, all the images are in the correct order. So when you're doing this for the test, they need to be going, 1 through however many problems there are. It needs to be in order. But I see right now that this image is not oriented correctly. It's sideways, and we're not going to submit things sideways. And you may say, oh, Mr. Craig, you can just always click the thing and turn it the right side up. I shouldn't have to be doing that. Whenever you submit things for me or any class, you want to make sure that things are oriented correctly. Don't add extra steps for your instructor. Take care of your work and do a good job of it. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go down here to where it says Image Options. And for the image options, I'm going to click Size and Rotation. And there's this little button right here where I can rotate 90 degrees. And when I do that, everything seems to be right as rain. Except now I've got all this white space around here and I don't like that. So I want to fill that in. I'm going to grab this bottom right handle of the picture and I'm just going to expand it until it starts to fill up most of the page. This little button is clicked right here to lock the aspect ratio. So it's not going to distort the image. It's just going to make it bigger, just like if you're doing the pinch to zoom stuff on your phone. And so now this image is showing up very nicely and clearly in my document. And I have margins, but they're not excessive. Also notice that the picture that I have has been cropped for the most part so that you don't have all this extra stuff on the outside. Yes, there are going to be little bits and pieces of my desk, but it's not too much. You're not going to see pictures of my legs or the food that I'm eating or all my pens and pencils and other papers or my computer. It's just the image of the paper. So before you start importing pictures, make sure that you have cropped correctly, cropped very neatly. And you also want to make sure that you have good, decent lighting. Pay attention to where the light source is. Make sure that you position yourself opposite the light source. So for me, right here, I have a couple of lamps. So they're shining down onto the desk in front of me so that whenever I take a picture with my phone, there's not going to be a shadow that's cast onto the page. So if that's happening for you, then adjust your orientation. Adjust the light source so that it's shining on the page and it's not shining behind you. That's going to create a shadow. Again, you want to make sure that you're doing good work. So now that I've got this page here, I'm going to click to the side of it. And to get to a new page, I'm just going to hit Control Enter. New page. And let's come back here and let's insert another picture. So insert image from my photos. And I think this was the next one. So I'm going to grab it and drop it in here. Now this is already blown up very nicely for me. If it's not, then I'm going to again grab one of the handles and scale it so that it fills it in very nicely. So this is my second page. And if I need to, I might even consider adjusting the margins here so it looks a little bit better here at the bottom. Again, you don't have to do that, but make sure that the picture is large enough and it fills up most of that page. And hit Control Enter, I can drag over my next image. And so now I've got a nice 3-page, oh, it's got an extra page here that I don't really need. So I have a nice 3-page document. Now this is saved automatically in my Google Drive, and let's title this. Let's see. I should probably say what it is and have my name. So this could be Ryan Craig. That's my name, and this is test number 1. It's very clear what it is and who it's coming from. So make sure that you do label things correctly. This is not just a for me class, but whatever class you're in. Make sure you follow the instructions, label things correctly so that if something happens, it's very easy to identify, oh, this is so-and-so's exam. All right, so that is good. But now I need to make this a PDF, right? It's saved as a Google Doc, but I need to be able to get it in a format as a PDF so I can submit it to D2L. So go to File, and go to Download. How do you want to download this? Well, here is this option here for a PDF, and that's exactly what you want. Click this as Save as a PDF. And it's going to ask, where do you want this to be saved? Whoops. You can ignore all of that. So I'm going to save this under, I don't know, Lone Star College, old exams. No, I'm just going to save it right here. This looks good enough. And save. And so now I have a PDF. And I can even open this just to verify that things look right, because it's one thing to do the document. It's something else entirely to actually pull it up and see that it does look okay. All right, if my instructor is looking at this, can I read everything? Yes, everything pops. It's very easy to read. Everything's very clear. There are no weird shadows. So yeah, this is good. Did I make sure that my pages are in order? Yes. Did I make sure that the images are oriented correctly? Yes. And so there you go. Now that I have this, I can just, navigate in my file explorer and, find the file and submit it. So anytime you are downloading, make sure you pay attention to where you're downloading it so it's easy to upload or access it next time.